Yeah. You never know how it's gonna go. Uh, plane, plane, plane crash, plane crash. Bubba dab, Bubba Haish, Bubba Haish. This is how you do it, man. I have had a lot of things to fuck me again. It's kind of funny. It gets to a point where it's kind of funny and you kind of get over it in real time pretty quick. You know, you can't really stay affixed with the things that might need fixing if they're already fixed. You know what I'm saying? Once you fix something, once something is proper and solved, you don't have to worry about it or let it affect you anymore. And that's what I do, but that's hard. Hey, you gotta spat it out. People hold things in, dude. Don't do that, you guys. Welcome to my show. This is Bryan's World, by the way. Don't hold stuff in. Just kind of be the person. If you're annoyed with anything in any capacity, and it has to do with like people from your past or friends, and you have a personal network of blah 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 shit on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, you just tell everybody to fuck off sometimes, dude. You know how? Dude, there's only one way to get your dick sucked. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say bad things. There's only one stinking way to get your D-est. You want to get your D-est? Like Nintendo? You want to get that DS, dude? You want to have the double screen? You don't even know what that means, do you? You don't want that. Don't let your mind wander like mine just did right there. Yeah, something up your butt and getting... Okay, Jesus Christ. Listen, man. It's all about forgetting what you're even talking about and moving on sometimes. No, but that's a good point. Seriously. Filibuster. 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 I have to delay right now. What the fuck was I talking about? That's what I do. I be the person if you're annoyed with anything. Yeah, so spatting, dude. I've been talking a lot about spatting. Okay, I mentioned, free will, right? About the story about how some guys, when you find yourself in the shower with a woman, like an adult woman that you're like dating or whatever, and you're in the shower taking a shower together, and the compulsion to pee on their leg to like mark your territory. I don't know. It's just a compulsion that some men have, including myself. And it's important to let these things out, okay? What's the worst that's going to happen? The girl's going to yell and freak out, and you're going to realize she's a fucking freak. Like, it's not a big deal. It washes right off. Everybody pees. Pees is sterile. Urea. Now, I don't want to get into this. I don't know what YouTube is feeling on the pee stuff. But let's just say, hypothetically, there was a guy that said some things, and there's a lot of people that say some things. I know I talk about this a lot. But it's a serious... the fear of pee opens a larger door to some of the modern pitfalls and failures of society and how we're conditioned to be afraid. Does pee smell bad? Not really. If you leave it out and it, ferments. But then they're saying that the fermented is... It's like... does fish, when you catch a fish, does it smell good? No. If you cook it, does it smell good? Yeah. listen, I don't know what these people are talking about, but they're saying things, and then you Google some of the things, and it's like, well, that does check out. That's what the Google's saying. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep that in your head for years and years and years? And it's just going to sit there and festering in your head for years. Like, people don't even know. Like, fucking, piss isn't even. A lot of people are into piss stuff. I make money pissing in a jar, buddy. All right, listen. You gotta let these things out. That's the point of today's show. No, that's not the point of today's show. That is major, man. Because a lot of people just walk around with these things weighing them down. You go on the social media every day, and people piss you off and annoys you, and just start like a caveman. What's up, Daniel? Happy Sunday. There's no football, but you know what? We can make our own game. You just like a caveman. Just coming out of you broke the allegory of the cave, man. What's that shit? Gregory's Cave or whatever. A Gregory's Cave or something, where the people are like, they've only lived in the cave and they've only been shown like the shadows. They've never been out of the cave. They don't know if there's a real world. They have no idea. And then they go up to the real world and they go mad. It drives them nuts. They want to go back in the cave. I don't like it. It's too much. You don't want to be like that. You want to go out there, and it might be scary. But you know how, if you're scared of something, you know what the best thing to do is scare it back. That's what I do with women. I learned that I was scared or nervous with girls. So what do? Become hot as fuck and tan and have a bunch of spiritual things to say. And now I'm the one that makes you nervous. Haha. My whole life. I might have been cute too, but I don't know. I get into that. That's a whole story. I think that's an interesting development. But like I would almost be like prude and not pushy towards any sexual stuff because it just like something felt icky. Because dude, I'm not a fucking pedo. So I had no interest in that shit in high school. It felt weird. Maybe like you're attracted to people your age, but like just actually going for it's kind of like I'm not gonna let that urge fool me. I was strong and disciplined, even as a youngster. So like I'm not falling for that quite yet. They say there's a place for everything. It's college. That's what they say. But the pressures, the social pressures, And then you go around keeping shit in. And you're kind of annoyed. You're like, well, that girl slept with people and they're talking about the STDs in health class. And I'm trying to date this girl, but she's slept around apparently. Now I'm finding all this out. Everyone's saying she's a whore, literally using that word. And then you're like, well, maybe she just slept with one, and then they start adding up, and then it's just like, I can't be attracted to this person sexually. I can't look in your eyes and feel I see deception and lies and evil. That this moment is artificial and fake, and you can try to like pull me in, and get me to be pushy with it because that's what they want. But I'm pure, and I'm only attracted to the pure. That sounds fucked up, actually. That's not racist, you guys. That has nothing to do with white skin. I'm on record in probably 8 episodes saying I like black girls' personalities in general more than white girls because they understand my Hollywood vibe. And then I'm like a gangster honky. I'm the gangster version of honky. I don't sell drugs, but I buy them. I went from selling Kirby vacuums to treating the white like a vacuum. Came up out the sticks, dude. Look at this kitty. It's in fucking heat again. You whore. You hear it? It's begging. You slut. Come here, kitty. It's fucked up. We shouldn't do that to the poor kitty. It's a nice kitty. But yeah, you know, you try to let it flow, you know. If you can minimize the time that you care about something and suffer over something if you just let it burn. If I'm upset about stuff, I really have trouble like detaching and going playing video games. Because I'm like, I got all these feelings. I don't want to escape from these feelings one bit. I want to process them fully. I want to write a whole book about this in my head and figure out how the best way to feel about this situation and how to not focus on it and think about it organically instead of distracting myself with like a video game or scrolling or something. And a little bit of that is adding some data in there just to spice up your brain so you're not pissed off all day. But yeah, you can get into a full day of running. And I spend a lot of time like sitting and listening to music. And when I feel down and upset, I get high and listen to like Dire Straits, the Sultans of Swing, dude. Check out Guitar Jones. He can play the honky tonk like anyone. Yeah, that shit's sick. That guy looks awesome. I don't know the lead singer's name with wearing the bandana. Dude, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. But the more you let shit out, and the more you develop and just let it kind of shit out, I think that it's easier to frame things that most people think are negative, positive, if you're more open and honest about it. And over time, it will make you can become logical about your emotions. But part of that logic is tooting off. I don't know how I'd feel right now if I didn't, the last 2 weeks, actually get mad about these things and let it kind of like funnel. Hi, how's it going? But now I feel a lot better and more confident and focused because I was able to let out that energy and refocus on new things. Hi.
You're nice and cute.
This is my child. This is not a adopted. I think you can kind of tell, huh? Do we look alike? Probably, yeah.
This is Dada.
Do you want to have an interview?
Yeah.
What did you eat for lunch today?
Pizza.
Do you know where this pizza was from?
Bryan's.
Were you aware of what happened to the pizza driver after he dropped off the pizza? Where were you around 4:25 this afternoon?
I'm at Gigi's.
Oh, Gigi, huh? Is that your alibi?
No.
I think we know exactly what happened. You're the one that kidnapped the pizza driver after he dropped off the pizza.
No,
aren't
I
you?
didn't.
Well, then what were you doing at Gigi's if you weren't kidnapping the pizza delivery driver?
I was playing.
This is an interrogation. Are you trying to disrupt official police investigation by playing with toys?
No.
We're missing a pizza delivery driver. You understand?
No.
If we don't find this guy, if we don't find this pizza delivery driver, this dude is like, we're not going to be able to deliver all the pizzas. It's Sunday. We're going to have to be able to deliver all the pizzas to all the people. They're going to need pizzas. And if we don't find this guy, oh, don't touch that, don't touch that. It's very fragile. And it can get disconnected, and then they can't hear us.
In the morning, I'm gonna go to school today.
Do you want to, we have to clean the cotton candy machine in the morning. We actually have work to do, so.
We have work to do?
Do you want to go with me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that, and then I'll take you to school.
Why are you gonna let me?
Because I don't have work tomorrow. So, I don't have to wake up too early, but we do have to get there before, like, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Before the mall opens. And we should try to do a good clean, so you'll really have to help me. We gotta do a deep clean.
I'm gonna, get the towel in there. I'm just gonna scrub it. I love cleaning the cotton candy machine. It is so much fun.
Yeah, they got,
Cotton candy.
they got some, there's good talent out there at the mall too, good,
Yeah,
what I'm
they
saying?
even got my favorite store. It has a big, giant Slinky.
Slinky.
Yeah.
They put a vending machine for cards, for sports cards, and they had some Star Wars and Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic the Gathering. They had literally everything. And they had baseball, football, basketball, different brands, just a whole ass vending machine of all sports cards.
Yeah. And I really want to
Polly, you have a son who is
those.
6, and he wants to be a veterinarian. What do you want to be?
I want to be a police officer.
Oh, you fucking snitch, man. Yeah, that's a
Actually, I want to be a fighter.
wonderful MMA fighter. That's much better. You can do police officer. You could be like Stipe Miocic, but the girl version. You could be like a police officer and a UFC fighter. You could be dual. You can be them both. That'd be pretty sick. Like, imagine if Ronda Rousey was out there, like, arresting people, too. Ronda Rousey's in the George Floyd video. Ronda Rousey goes to prison.
We have a big rock at
Some kind of incident, some kind of, like, cop shooting.
Guys, we
UFC
have
fighter
a big
Ronda Rousey
rock
arrested in a big rock.
at Gigi's house and by one of those things. There's
In the woods, have you seen the big... Look, Uncle Luke, look, he said hi.
Hi, Uncle Luke.
That's his words right there. They send us the words.
I like to stick my tongue out of people.
Don't stick your tongue out at them. Make the face. Did you fart? What the smells?
I farted.
Holy cow. How much cheese was on that pizza? It must have been extra cheese. Oh man. No. What else do you like about the mall? The mall is where I got my ears pierced, so that was cool.
I'm gonna get my ear pierced when I grow up.
Look, he made a face. Make the face at him. Look. Ooh. Make the face. No, the scrunch face. Get him. Look, you gotta look at the camera. Look at the camera. Up there. Ooh. Oh, so chili cheese burrito day. Oh my god.
I like my video. I like to watch Nastya. She does videos.
Yeah, there's you guys know about like Nastya? Here, look, we can show them your favorite show. Hey, watch out.
Well, guys, I'm gonna show you my favorite show.
There you go.
That's my favorite show, Nastya.
So it's like she's been doing this now for like, I don't even know. I think she's like probably 11 or 12 now. And the dad's been making videos with her since she was like 4. And they did a pretty good job. And as they started getting a bunch of views, and then I don't know if the dad had money coming into it or not, but they started like investing more and having more intricate shit. And then all of a sudden they had a bunch of money in a mansion, and they were just, every video is like some elaborate, like
cool
10 grand
videos.
worth of stuff.
I like to watch the videos. They're super duper cool.
And when we say money, you guys, how much money they have, like, I'm gonna pull up the YouTube page, and you can answer. You can tell me what you think.
Hi, friends. Like Nastya's here.
We're gonna get arrested. We'll get arrested for playing her videos, dude. Look at this. 131 million subscribers, dude. You're talking about like what? A fifth of the United States population. 1 in 5 people. 1 in 5 people. Now, I guess she comes out of Russia, so you can't really say 1 in every 5 people in the United States, but technically that's what that would be.
I used to put a joke on them.
No. Now, this is no, in terms of her view count, this is no, like, big viral video that got her way up. This is every single video getting millions of views. Millions. Every single video.
So does that mean we can't watch it anymore?
No, we're giving her props. So you look, so these ones like 4 days ago, 8 ago, 2.4 million, 3.3, 12 million, 5.2.
There's some new.
25 million.
Sometimes there's new shows of a
Look at this, you
Nastya,
guys.
but not every time.
Look at how many videos they have, up near 1 billion. They're honestly good videos for kids to watch too. Some of this like is almost better to watch than cartoons because they're actually doing real life stuff. And there's been times where I put this show on for her to watch, and within like 20 minutes she was up playing with her toys instead of watching it. So like it'll inspire your child to actually go and play with their toys, but also like it's like a good middle ground. So 870, here's all the 800 millions. We're in the 700 millions now, 600 million, 500 million. All right, that's half a billion. Now we're just getting down to 400. So you can just see the mass amount.
There's so many new Nastya.
So, dude, if you start doing the math, like, what was the original math on YouTube?
You have to watch Nastya.
Was it $1 for every 1,000 views? So, like, I think 1 million would only really be like $10. No.
I love
100.
watching Nastya. It's the best.
No, 1,000 million is 1,000,000, so that would be $1,000. Anyways. So yeah, if you start doing the math, I mean, are they making like 382 $1,000 on that? Holy shit.
What?
That's a lot of money. I mean, their house looks like it's, I don't know, because I think they're in Russia, so I don't know how the house prices are, but I'd say unless they did move to the United States, I don't know. I can't tell. I don't pay that close attention to it.
I definitely know where Nastya is born. She was born in Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're Russians. No, this guy's a freaking gangster. That's the dad, dude. Not this guy's a gangster. He acts hilarious for the videos and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Gangster. This dude. I fucks with this dude.
Yeah, he's very funny.
So I would assume he's like, unless they have a producer that picked it up. Like, I think he was just originally dad, daughter making the video. See, this is like one of their original ones. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, I don't know. He might have been a guy with some, like, video production experience. But the early on videos really were almost like he'd have his phone and they'd be just at a park, some, like, special play park with a bunch of, like a big sandbox or something like that. And they would just kind of make it fun. He would do some pretty good, decent editing on it to make it, like, flow well.
You guys have to watch it.
Well, we're really just explaining it to him because it's a kid's show, but it's very interesting because if you watch like the history, the early videos, like you could tell they got really rich, like really, really rich, like stinking rich. I would probably say their house is at least $5 million, if not more. And then the thing is, they seem to have a lot of money to spend on videos, like, through the years. Like, they'll have some bounce house set up. They'll have, like, catering for a video or something crazy. Like,
they will be having dreams. Nastya will be scared to go in the pool, and their heads, like, will be changing colors.
But if you, like, look at some of the titles and stuff, so, like, play with snow and sculpt a snowman. So you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So, and some of them are really actually, like, teach about healthy food and stuff. And they really do a wonderful job of, like, merging, like, eat healthy food with a funny kid show.
And if and there's even a monster one.
See, Nastya teaches dad to eat healthy food and exercise. And it will show him, like, eating chips and, like, getting all sick. And he's like, and then she brings him, like, a bowl of salad and he's fine. She, like, makes him exercise.
And then Alice starts farting.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's not a test. I can smell it.
Yeah, it's awful.
Just a cat. Oh, can look at that one.
Oh, the song, yeah. They have a song, too.
Yeah, some of them are songs.
Hey, oh my god. Are you serious?
Go away, parts.
Yeah, it depends. Like, it depends, Polly. I'll say this: like the show, oh, don't hit nothing, honey. You can turn it off. I guess the thing with this though is there's really no show business element to like this kind of shit. This is like the first, like, not the first, I'm sure, but like one of the examples of somebody in show business using internet and staying completely pretty much out. I mean, I feel like they might have like a Netflix deal they got maybe, but there's really no, they kind of control their own destiny.
Everybody clap your hands.
They built their own YouTube page, and they've really just blown up like that on YouTube. Like, they're not a kids show. They didn't stop. Hey, you have to be quiet while I'm talking, or you'll have to go to bed. They didn't like have a network or get put on TV. This isn't like a TV show that you can find on YouTube. This is really just a YouTube thing. And over the years, like I've always used YouTube for her to watch stuff like Miss Rachel and stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff on YouTube for kids these days. So it's easier just to have a laptop up or access YouTube or on a phone than pull up all that Netflix and have all the subscriptions and all that. I don't have all that. So no, it is interesting. Yeah, show business like historically has been awful for child actors such as Nastya, but the acting that they do is very like realistic to a T, and a lot of times has like a moral lesson.
Nastya cut her dad's head off.
So yeah, this is one of those things as far as like media goes, like this, they're on the good side. Like I almost, it's almost like my energy type thing.
Ooh.
They brought something kind of completely different to the table compared to what other people were doing for kids shows. Some of the kids shows were getting man, with like I don't like some of these new kids shows with the animation and stuff, like the mainstream ones that they put on TV. And yeah, there's a couple of similar ones. There's like these two little twins. There's a few YouTube channels. There's a fair amount of them, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people trying to do it to get money.
And these are the only people that are in Nastya. Adrian? Well, I don't even remember his name. I don't think I remember.
That's literally the only thing I've seen about wearing a mask. By the way, the only one. I've never seen them talk about all that stuff because they're out in Russia, and I think Russia's kind of like.
There's so many videos of her.
I guess in America you'd consider it right wing.
Nastya.
And I don't think they panicked that much like everybody else during the thing.
Even there's so many new videos. Oh, there's a pineapple.
So yeah, we're still scrolling, guys. This is still 200 million views on, is what the view count's still at. So you can just imagine how many videos have we went through so far. They do about every like 4 days. They have a new one.
They have flowers on the wall.
So here's some Russian. They're originally just Russian. And I'm wondering, I think this is the American channel. They might have a whole other a Russian account that might have like, let's see. I don't know. This looks like the official one. Is there more channels?
Let's go check. Maybe there's more channels.
Hi, friends. Like Nastya's here.
Oh, we don't want to play it. We'll get in trouble for stealing it.
Then let's not play it.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. Okay, they have a vlog. Oh, we'll have to check some of these out. They have a vlog that's at 22 million. They have, this probably looks like the Russian account, or maybe her own account that she posts on that she's been doing. Okay, like Nastya stories 15 mil. Like Nastya, whatever this is, PRT 27. 43, holy cow. A collections channel with 20 million subscribers. This looks like Indian version. This is the Arab version, 28 million, 24.
Are you telling them we can't? Are you saying we can't watch it anymore?
No, I'm saying that she has all these other ones in different languages that have a lot of followers too.
Oh. I think there's the ones that she talks in Spanish. Or Earth. I think Nastya knows how to talk in Earth.
See what her net worth is. Holy shit. That's what I was gonna guess by all those views, honestly. I was like, it could be like 100 million, you guys. Holy shit.
What's wrong?
That's a lot of money she has. Well, really, it's her dad, though. I don't think she has the money. It's like her dad's thing.
We're having so much fun.
Estimated net worth between 100 to 260 million dollars.
Nastya's been doing a good job, actually. Nastya's not that bad. My dad's so stupid.
Yeah, brand deals, merchandise, lightning. Okay, they did move to Florida. Okay, they were born in Russia and moved to Florida.
My dad's very...
No, it really is like one of these. Like, yeah, I say I say they're worth that. Honestly. Do you guys? I mean, you'd get bored of I remember getting bored of TV as a kid, but the cartoons would really hook you in and like almost seduce you. And you know what I'm saying? Being a kid,
Nastya.
watching.
She makes good videos, and I know because I like when she sings songs, and there's even a happy birthday one.
Yeah, they do have a pretty good album. It's well produced.
And their videos are so big. I really like to watch them, and it's so much fun. I even have it on my computer.
And I don't mean like a sensual seduction. I mean like the snake
This
in.
is my dad.
That shit was pretty weird though. The
live,
snake in Jungle Book.
I think it's Spanish or we live on Spanish.
I was gonna eat the
I was born in
Tarzan or whatever.
Cleveland, and then we moved here. But when we were done with Cleveland, we moved to Gigi's, and then we moved here. But before that, Daddy had to go to college, and then when Daddy came to Mommy, and then we moved here. Now this is our home, but we got a new car because our car blew up.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, like I explained the whole car situation. I'm almost kind of. Obviously, it's not a great thing for her to witness the fire. It's not. It was a little traumatizing for both of us, I think. But like, my reaction might have been different. Like I would have been running around looking for somebody who did it. I would have been trying to find the arsonist. I was even saying, I was watching the cops. I'm like, dude, they need to be like looking all around because, and I think they kind of were, but they weren't like hustling and bustling. They were trying to see just amongst the people who somebody looked sketch. And then there was a fight too, so that kind of like, and yeah, no, I don't know. I wanted to fight. I could understand because I was definitely pissed. Someone blew up the cars, it's crazy. But
do you guys want to hear my favorite movie I like to watch?
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to been going crazy and running around like an idiot though. That would have been stupid. So I'm glad like I had something keep me like grounded and protect. What you gonna say?
Okay, guys, what happens when you kiss a dog? You eat them. Just kidding.
The Chinese people. the Chinese eat the dog.
Daddy likes to yell so
We gotta ring the bell when we say something too spicy.
I got another one. What happens when you spank cats, but they pee on your bed?
Yeah, they'll get mad and pee on your bed.
I want to ring the bell.
Not too close to it. You don't want to ding the people. There you go. But no, I think at the end of the day, like culturally, it just to see that go up like that, I guess it does fit the vibe that I kind of want to instill. In terms of a warrior spirit, it's possible that things go wrong, so that when things do go wrong, hey, you understand the possibilities. All the possibilities of life, what can go wrong, what can happen. Because, there's just probability-wise, you will face hardships and disruptions and failures and shortcomings. So the more times you can experience that type of thing, you kind of learn how to coach yourself through and how to process and build the offense. You build your offense, you build a defense, you build a team. Running your life like a sports team. That's one of the things I wrote a little bit about. Hey, look, a picture that you made. I'm going to show them. Looks like it looks like, does it say Atlanta? Does that say Atlanta?
I don't know what it says. Can you read it?
I was really in the Atlanta airport, drunk as hell, telling that girl I don't love her no more. Yeah. Not you. Girlfriend.
That's me when my hair was long.
It's interesting, huh?
It's me. It's mine. My dad is super stupid.
Well, I guess while we're on the topic of the fire, let's see what I had written about that. So yeah, I guess you spend so much time as a kid and growing into adult admiring fire. You know what I'm saying? You learn about how important it was for human development.
Sorry, guys. Gotta get something for my two little daddy.
The creation of the fire brought so much.
Guys, guess what? Chuck E. Cheese burrito 9. Chuck E. Cheese burrito 9. Daddy, do you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese and get yummy burritos?
They got burritos now?
Yeah,
They
even
had to
you
stop
can.
selling pizza because they found a piece of Chucky in there. They were using rats in the pizza.
And maybe you can get pizza
No,
again.
don't say that. They'll sue you. That's a joke. I'm a comedian. Everything I said is here for comedic purposes. Chuck E. Cheese. That is a fake news story. Misinformation that Chuck E. Cheese was using rats for its pizza. Misinformation. It's a joke. Please don't sue me.
Okay.
What if they sue me? Someone's going to clip this. Oh, God. Well, I'm not credible. You're going to believe things I say like I'm some kind of credible source?
Just
Actually.
joking.
Yeah, we're just joking.
Don't you care about me today?
Yeah, big lawsuit. Have you seen the movie Brave? Which one is that, Polly? What's Brave?
She's a strong princess.
Oh.
She has like these little arrows and she can do this.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, Polly. Yeah, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton types.
Hey, you don't talk about my teacher.
No, I'm talking about someone different, a different Britney. Britney Spears was a singer, and then she went crazy because the fame, when she got famous, it made her crazy because she got involved with bad stuff. See, that's where like the industry comes in.
Well,
When you have something that's music, dude, oh my gosh, music is so is not the best word, but segregated. It's that's a good word for it. I'm sorry, but it's just segregated at the top by the big record labels, and they kind of decide who really gets to be the star. And Britney Spears had the sound that they're looking for, and the vibe and the energy and the willingness to sell your soul, sign on the deal. Yeah, you have hella lawyers on your side looking things up, trying to make sure you're not getting screwed, but those lawyers are all shady as well, you know. Are they really on your team? you know, or are they just kind of working things out with the bad guy? So they're really just selling you out and pimping you out and making you think it's manipulation, gaslighting. They make them think that they're this like the star and in charge, and they're calling all the shots and the diva pop star, and then it starts getting out of control, and that's when they get hooked on the drugs, and when they build up a lot of like dirty stuff on them, that's when they can really start holding stuff on you and you become controllable. That's when people really start going nuts. Kanye West, I think at one point, was somewhat controlled media. If you listen,
Guys, I'm gonna show you how to say more. More, please.
yo, what's good, Spark? This is my child. I had started a show and she decided to hop on, I guess. She was falling asleep, I guess, but decided to hop on, and I think it's interesting sometimes for her to have an appearance. So I like to have her on here every time. Or not every time, but sometimes.
Yeah, and I never get to do this. But I am because Daddy, because I think Daddy was taught me how to do this before. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you what my mom teach me how to do. Put one hand up, put the other 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 hand up, 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 down, up, down, up, up, and down.
So yeah, anyways, it will be comparing like Britney Spears to like one of the YouTube kids. And again, the YouTube kids, the father and the parents heavily involved. Now at some point she's going to probably have some creative vision, and I imagine do some separate type thing on her own as she's older and knows how to use things, and it learns in school and it becomes ambitious and smart and blah,
Daddy,
blah, blah.
You forgot to tell this son, Nastya has a mom. Nastya has a mom.
You don't really see the mom in the videos much.
But the mom's in some of the videos. you have to watch all the videos and check which one is the mom in. Okay? But make sure after Nastya you have to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe. Bye, guys. Mwah. I love you.
And I mean, I have my theories about like YouTube and like, are they really gonna let you cash in, 100 million? They're gonna let you work your net worth up to 100 million, without being in on like the agenda? And I just like, when you compare like one of these YouTube shows to like a network cartoon, I feel and notice a really big difference in how it affects the child. Like with these YouTube shows with the kids and stuff. Like I said earlier, she'll literally be watching this and then go start playing after 20 minutes. Like it's almost designed where they get like a little bit bored, I think, and then want to go like do something themselves, but then they want to come back. It's like it's I don't know, it just feels thought-provoking for the child, seeing them do the different activities, seeing them have different teachings and morals, and actual points to the videos. So yeah, I'd recommend
Daddy,
like
my dad
Nastya.
did not do the fire. We were just in our house having fun. But we heard, but Daddy didn't heard someone knocking on the door and say Bryan, but I did.
That's because I was down there. I was trying to see if I could stop the fire or get my car out of there. And the answer was fucking no, dude. It went up. I swear I took like 2 steps and I was just like, oh, hell no. Like it started going and there's cars all in the garage. There's like freaking 4 cars in there, including mine. I'm just like, I'm on the left side, but the fire's on the right, and like as long as that car doesn't freaking explode, I'll be good. Like, I could have got it out of there real quick, but it wasn't worth. It's just
Guys,
like
I
it
want to
wasn't
tell
worth
you
it.
the very scary part. There was like somebody's car beeping.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was definitely. It was odd that there was just a car's horn going off, not the car alarm, but the horn just blaring, and no one was in the car.
And I don't think that was our car, but we heard it.
Yeah, no, it was our car went. Well, it's interesting how it wasn't. It's not like GTA or the movies when a bunch of cars catch on fire. You think it's gonna be like something's gonna happen where we're gonna have to back up. You're like just standing there waiting. Like, is this even? Are we far enough back? Debris flying in there, like. And really, what happens, I think, is the fire as it gets closer and takes over the cars kind of catch, but like something melts, like something kind of melts, and it kind of more of a
Guys,
boom
let
and a
me-
poof. It doesn't explode.
Daddy,
It's like
can
a
I tell
boom.
the very, very scary part about the fire?
What?
The daddy was trying to stop the fire, but the fire came too fast.
Well, yeah, we called the. Hey, I've talked about this, you guys, and I executed it well. There's an emergency. It's like a concept, but during the big emergencies like a fire or where there's like a lot of people witnessing something, sometimes the like 911 call will be kind of late. Like, has anyone called 911 yet? And it's because you think in something massive like, oh, people got to be calling it already. Somebody must had to have done it already. But a lot of times it's not, because the
Dad?
fire chief asked, were you the one that called it in? He didn't ask if you were one of the ones. He asked if you were the one. So I might have freaking got them a little. I might have saved some damage, you know. I might have saved somebody's car that was parked on the other side or something, or the building from
Daddy,
catching
can
fire.
I please tell you something?
What?
Why did the other cars like that are far, far away from this house not have to get out?
Well, because the firemen came and put it out. They put the fire out real quick. They did a good
I
job.
was that quick.
Because the fire department's down the street, honestly. It's not far at all. It's right by the police station. Over by our park in the high school.
In the high school.
hmm
Oh yeah, I remember.
Jackson, Ohio. It's kind of rich and preppy. She's going to go to a different one that has more traditional values. I'm not sending her to the new rich school. I did. Well, it's like her mom lives over, and that's where her mom went to school. So and I like the values there a little bit better, and I like I like a little bit more of a gritty attitude, come from behind attitude, not like the preppy. We're blissful, everything's perfect. Oh, look at how great life is to be a rich person. Everything going perfect. Oh, look at me. You know, it's like half of people on social media.
Daddy, are you making fun of my mom?
No, I wasn't making fun of her.
Okay. 'Cause that's mean. If you do that, I'm gonna call police. I know their phone number. I know their phone number. 991.
That's right.
When the fire...
That's right. It's 991. Yep. Go ahead, call them. Go ahead, call 991.
When the fire came, Daddy called 991.
Okay, it's actually 911. 911.
No, it's 661.
Wait a second. Wait, you call 911 when you have an emergency, and that's been a thing for a very long time. And then, wait, 9/11, isn't that when the biggest, most covered terrorist attack in history of the world happened? Oh, 9/11. Oh. They did the Patriot Act that year, and the New England Patriots won the Super Bowl. Whoa.
Okay, guys, my dad's just kidding. I want him shut up for a minute. I'm talking to my dad.
9/11 was Jesus' real birthday. It says in the Bible.
Yeah, I know. I have a Bible at my mommy's.
The Bible says the earth is flat, which is true. The firmament above. Hey, I mean,
Daddy,
I don't like to do that, though. I don't like to do the whole... Everything I do to keep myself mentally healthy is, living in the gray, living in the balance. But part of the balance is sometimes you gotta take some faith in. You gotta have some faith in something.
Dad,
And I'll put my marbles on the flat earth, not no blue marble. Not the blue marble NASA picture that's looks
Daddy, I need to tell you something.
very different every year.
I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
I need you to do me a big favor. Can you get that picture and show it to them?
Yeah, actually, Uncle Luke made this picture. It's pretty funny. Now I'm politically
He likes potty
I'm politically unslanted. So I do have some like Donald Trump collectible stuff, but also I like to, again, everything's a balance. So I wanted this because I didn't have anything like derogatory towards him, and Uncle Chinchy made this. It's Make Me Pepe pissing on Trump.
He's peeing.
But I also have like literally there's a Trump cup in the background, so I just try to prove that I'm on neither side by having stuff for both sides, kind of. I need a trans flag. They're coming out with some hot trans these days. They're getting tricky down in the city. Huh?
Daddy, do we have an alarm here? Do you have an alarm?
Yeah, there's a smoke alarm in your room, and it works because I set it off recently. Smoking a dab pen. That's how many. That's I literally chief. That's how I chief.
What's a smoke alarm? What's a smoke alarm?
A smoke alarm goes off when there's smoke. So if you're sleeping and there's a fire, you'll know. To get out.
But our feet are going to be cold.
What?
Our feet are going to be cold outside.
Well, we put on boots. We won't have to do that again, hopefully, for the rest of our lives. So don't worry. Most people never have to do that.
Because they got the bad guys?
Yeah. Because it was a crazy, insane... I don't know, wrong place at the wrong time. It was an act of, the carport fire was an act of domestic terrorism by a 15-year-old. I don't want to bring up the news story. I haven't really looked at his name or what he looks like or anything like that just because it's just spells that they got in the air, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever race he is, I'm going to get mad. Like, if he's white, I'm going to be like, I don't like whites anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's Mexican, it's like, here we go again. We got to get ice in here. I'm gonna be extremist no matter what.
What happened when you throw a frog in the lake?
It swims.
No. you have to you have to hurt him.
Do you have did you get a Paw Patrol fire truck set with the fire department?
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
Marcia.
Yeah, his name's the fire in Paw Patrol. They're like all the cops and they're dogs, but they're like cops and fire and first responders and shit. And Marshall, he's the fire marshal. He's the fire dog. He's the fire marshal. Yeah, pretty good.
Daddy, what's that sound?
Oh, it's Chase. Chase is the cop because he chases the bad guy. Hell yeah.
There's no bad guy. There's no bad guy.
All right, you need to get going to sleep. Okay?
But can I watch my show?
Uh-huh. But only a little bit longer until you fall asleep, okay? You gotta get to bed. So we gotta do the cotton candy in the morning.
Oh, but I cannot.
Oh, I'm sore.
Get to watch it that much.
I thought she did pretty good that time. There's one time I let her rant in here all alone. It was pretty good. Yeah, I've talked about the mind of a child, the influence, the positive influence. Especially your own child, you know, you can, they kind of usually will look like you in some capacity. So you almost kind of like see yourself, and it kind of helps you almost remember like how you wanted to be as a kid when you grew up. And if you like pay attention to that vibe and soak into it, and you kind of are able to attach and have a lot of that time with your child as they're growing. I mean, she's 5 years old and I'm already just like, I don't know, very glad and appreciative of like my development, like looking back, like, okay, I've structured myself into a person that, you know, maybe it was a bumpy road to get here, but all in all, when you really add up all the math, you know, when you do math, there's negatives, but there's positives too. There's negatives and positives, both sides of the zero. And when I add up all that math, I'm like, damn, in a lot of ways, like, you know, I have childhood dreams that are kind of still alive, like the opportunity to be a content creator and potentially be able to make money. Maybe I did make money already. Fucking weather boy. Yeah, wouldn't you like to know? I'm fucking Hugh Hefner. No, you guys. So yeah, I was doing this temp job. Hopefully they need me this week or something and give me a job. But anyways, they send out like marketing materials or like specialized clothing for companies, like a company shirt. It'll have like some nice things. There was a Nike Vapor polo shirt, like a golf polo shirt that had the company name on it. I would say based on the material of the shirt and the design and color of the shirt. Now, maybe it is a specialty shirt, the patch, but how hard is it to put a patch on something? You know, people buy this shit off the Walmart and make your own clothes, like, and press stuff, like, it's stitch stuff in, there's stuff for that. So it was just a Nike polo shirt, and I figured it'd be, like, super overpriced and, like, $45 for a fucking t-shirt. Bro, it was $98. $98 on the price tag from Nike. So if you want to go get a golf shirt, a new Nike golf shirt, to get that swoosh and get it new, you gotta pay $100, a fucking bill. Like, I'd rather spend my money on cocaine. I swear to you, I promise. Because I can go get that, I could go, look, How about I spend $80 on cocaine, and then I take the other $20 and go around to Goodwill's and go find like 10 of the same Nike fucking shirt. And I get 10 shirts and like maybe a gram or and a half of Yoder. And that'll last me 10 minutes. Now I need more coke. Just do it all at once, you die. Not good. I mean, I have a Nike polo, nice ass golf shirt that I found real cheap, like $2. Fits me good. You just gotta keep hunting and hunting through that clearance and through the Goodwill, and eventually you'll have all the stuff that they're paying big money for. I mean, could you imagine, like, well, you got too many people making 10 grand a month for nonsense. That's our problem. That's a problem in this country. You have people that are actually going to spend like 4 grand at Dick's. There has to be, because you wouldn't be able to buy shit. If you want to have a big shopping spree at Dick's, that would be sick. They got football cards in there and jerseys. And some shoes. And some golf. My golf clubs got burned up in the car fire. I kept them in my car because I didn't get to go golfing in 2025. And I'm like, I gotta be ready for whatever. What if, like, in the middle of the dead ass winter it's 60 degrees and someone out of nowhere says, want to go golfing, meet me at the Wazoo. Let's do some golf at the fucking Wazoo. I don't know, what is that, Washington University, wherever, somewhere, somebody hit me up, golf, and I'll be like, I'm on it, like white on rice, like brown on rice. But yeah, I you know, I've seen the money. It doesn't seem impossible to me. You know what I'm saying? To make 8 grand a month on some shit and be like, yeah, I can spend 2 bands at fucking Dick's today because I don't have a mortgage. I'm gonna be a renter forever. So some of this is spendable. You know, if I had like a come up or something, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You spend a little money to celebrate. Can't do that like every paycheck, but one time to celebrate, you know, finally just be like one big run. Yeah, no, Polly, I didn't hear anything about that. I'm not sure who Peter Green is. Was he taking his own self? There was a football player, Rondell Moore. They found him gunshot wound with his own gun in his fucking garage. I think he was a free agent. Or maybe he was gonna I think he was on a team, I don't know. I think he was a free agent. He was on the Cardinals for a minute. He was a decent receiver. Yeah, I don't know. Some people can't take the booze. Like if you have a mental health issues, and then you get the ghosts all around you and shit coming at you. I get mad, but like, I'll fight the ghost. I don't give a fuck. I'm not losing to the ghosts. They'll boo you and they'll come in and get you, but I'm ready for it, and they get scared of me by the end of it. So, like, I kind of understand the general concept of someone suffering enough to want to... Yeah. But... I also kind of don't because I just think there's enough entertaining self-destructive stuff where like we could have a good time. Like you could just get drunk every day. If you really don't give a fuck, why not just get drunk every day and see what happens? But I guess that doesn't really fix it. Like they can't escape from it. I don't know. I feel like sometimes getting drunk is you get drunk about it. I used to do that before alcohol was. Well, I was consuming way too much, and it was just a different experience for me than the normal person. But oh, the actor from Pulp Fiction, which one? I mean, I know that obviously I know Pulp Fiction. You know, Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta, Bruce Willis and shit. Was he the Wolf? Dude, the Wolf was sick. I'm kind of like the Wolf, but I'm kind of like the Wolf, yeah. You call me in. You got a very difficult, unique situation. You call him the Wolf. You call him the Bryan. Call him the Sticky. But yeah, I don't know. I've had my glimpse into making a lot of money, but in the role that I was at, in order to make a lot of money, you had to work a lot. And I think I quit because eventually got to a breaking point because I broke down the actual hours divided by how much I was making. I was only making like $24 an hour. And I'm like, wait a second. You're really not making that much money. If you break down how much you actually have to work to be able to make that much, time is money. You're giving up a little bit too much of your time for the money, and by the end of it, oh boy, you're seeing all these little blogs come out of all these people that just spent all this time in doing overtime. They have their nice, perfect dream home paid off. They worked overtime so they could retire 6 years early, and then there are a fair amount of people saying like, for what? Oh no, like, oh, I have financial freedom now. I don't have hobbies. I don't do anything. I didn't develop hobbies, and people just go fucking nuts. I think the internet is really great for those types of people though. Like, there's just a fuck ton of shit to do and discover on the internet in an efficient manner. Video games too, maybe. Could be interesting to get into, like, in retirement. But you know, there's especially there's some level that people enjoy what they do and they enjoy their work, or they feel like they're doing something wholesome, and then, you know, they got their free time and off time. But like, I just remember going from like, you work, and then in your time off, your brain, for a lot of people, has trouble detaching, especially a sales job where you have a lot on the line and a lot of clients to deal with, and rates are at all-time low, and it's competitive. So your free time, all you do is kind of like buzz around and maybe have a little fun, You'll end up overindulgence. You'll overindulge in everything because you think you deserve it. Oh, they're paying you all that money. You think you deserve all these fucking gold trinkets. You think you deserve that gold on the ceiling. But all in all, they're just another dick in the wall. Jesus is a soul. He reincarnates. I'm one of the editions of Jesus Christ. This is actually how Jesus would be. This is sorry. I hate to be, kind of an asshole. But I'm at war. I fight Satan, but also Satan is my friend. There's a duality to all this. It's the yin and the yang is the real ruler. I'm not in charge of all this. Neither is the light spirit is not necessarily in charge of all this. Neither is the dark. It's duality. And they battle. And you can get swept into the battle one side or the other, or you can submit to the yin and the yang and the pureness of the balance and the chaos. But you'd much rather be on the light. No, I don't really think that I'm the reincarnation of Jesus, but I think that the Jesus spirit, I think that that's just a spirit. Like, yeah, it is, yeah. But the Jesus keeps coming. Like, there's a Jesus right now somewhere. Somewhere on this earth, there's somebody that's doing the work of God on some real magic shit. And, like, parting the seas or whatever and turning water to wine. What would I'd go thirsty and die. Thanks, Jesus. You killed me. I relapsed and went crazy and died in a boat accident. Nice. Good job. You know how many, that day Jesus turned water to wine, you know how many people relapsed and got divorced? The divorce rate, when Jesus started doing that, just started getting, the domestic violence rate was up in Jerusalem. No, I tease, but I talked to some Jesus people. They came to my door. It was weird, dude. I was kind of like spacing the fuck out. There was these, I don't even know, teenagers or something taking pictures over by my car and the wreckage. And they were doing the whole like flick the thing off, and they're in some little fucking farty sedan. And I was just like, you freaking incels. Yo, you're gonna get one white bitch out of 1,000 that you try with to say that picture is cool. You're gonna get one. That's one white girl, and she's not even gonna end up sleeping with you, and you're just gonna think you're no. You're gonna get one trashy nobody chick. And then I'm like, I don't like that. What are they flicking it off for? Were they friends with the dude? Is this their dude? Because then I'm gonna take your car. And one of you. Which one of you is getting Amanda buried for 5 years in my closet? Because I'm not having this shit. I'm on edge, motherfucker. Everybody's on edge around here with this shit. And you think it's your time to be taking pictures? Come on down like a hammer of Thor. Yes. You need anything?
Well, I do need something for you to do for my body.
Did you poop?
No.
Do you not feel good?
No. I feel fine. I just,
I'll be right back. Just get some baby powder for you.
ah.
Hey, don't do that. Don't show your... Oh, good. You're off. You can't hit your butt when you're walking away. You're lucky the camera's that way. She like itched up her jammies. So yeah, it's kind of like a what were we talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I think I think the whole like Ark of the Covenant or Egyptian pharaoh treasure or trinkets and monoliths that are like hidden, and I don't think it's meant to be fucked with like a grave. Like you respect it, you know? Like they're always on this search of the tomb for Jesus. I think that's pretty fucking unholy. Why don't you just, all them people spending that time trying to find the tomb of Jesus, spending all those resources, plane tickets, all that money, could have helped a whole lot of people. But who's some snooty ass motherfuckers on TV doing the whole search of the Ark of the Covenant? You know what I'm saying? It's it's a good premise for movies. Don't get me wrong. Indiana Jones is dope, but it's a great premise for movies. But that's about it. I think that in real life, it's unless something is conceptually and obvious meant to be found. But like, if it's meant to be found, you'll find it by natural occurrences, not having to go search and dig it up and all that. I think that's evil shit. All right, I'm gonna take a quick intermission, but we're doing good here. I'm trying to get my sauce going, so I have to do a full show. Try to get to at least 2 hours. So we must do intermission with royalty-free music. Very nice. Alright. Good stuff. I took a giant dab, dude. A honker. Honk honk. Let's go ahead and finish or do this thing I wrote about the fire. You spend so much time as a kid and growing into adult admiring fire. It's a source of heat, energy, explosions to propel vehicles, equipment, gas-powered, how it really exponentially thrusted the future with fire and explosions. Harnessing the power of an explosion to propel vehicles, equipment, stuff to build, stuff to move stuff. The boost in so many ways that fire has always added to human growth and technology. Exploration and adventure. Relaxation, the vibes of a campfire. The vibes of a chimney fire Christmas fireplace in a nice cozy fireplace in a tiger rug, and being naked in a robe, cozy holiday relaxed. I'm not really big on relaxing anymore, but I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to get better at relaxing. When something blows up and it's like planned and fun, like, oh shit, that was awesome. Damn, son, bang, boom. Blowing up some. I knew this dude, he'd put firecrackers in the frog's mouth. With some frog legs. But on the flip side of protecting us from the cold, the fire, the heat, all these good things, right? Cold, protecting you. You can use it as a weapon. You can get a good vibe and a good energy. You can cook things, delicious meals. On the flip side, we do understand and note the destructive nature of fire. It is somewhat destructive in its nature. Fire is a good example of one of these yin and yang polarization, good and bad, evil and love. It's one of those balance things. As much as fire has given us, it shall take away. We're aware of people losing their homes, car, or life, death to a fire. People go through this thing. It's real shit. We don't always go through it ourselves, but we can at least somewhat understand and put ourselves in someone's shoes, the trauma and the helplessness of when they're a victim of a fire-based loss. But when it's firsthand, when you watch something important, expensive, and, somewhat unique and irreplaceable, my car, when you see it burn down, when it happens to you, when you are the victim, to hopelessly watch as your car explodes, knowing that the fire is going to take that thing and it's gone. There's a calmness. I mean, there's a little bit of you that when it's arson and obvious arson, that someone definitely, like, who the fuck did this? What the fuck? You terrorists, who did this to us? And it was like the second, it really was. They caught the dude. But there was like the second one in 2 days, same, they're hitting carports. There's something about when it happens to you. Maybe I'm just this type of person now, but I almost like, yeah, give me another one. I told you, life, you want to fucking throw down? Like, is this, I'm Max Holloway. When Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje fought at UFC 300, same card that Alex Pereira knocked out Jamel Hill. He's kind of a douche, but I like the style. But no, I like Alex Pereira a lot. I'm just saying Jamal Hill was definitely a douche and ended up getting knocked the fuck out. But yeah, no. You know, I've said this many times, you guys, and it's really like that. I self-describe it as somewhat psychotic. And yeah, I was pissed. I've definitely been a little upset, shucking up my life, but it's one of those things that if you frame it right, I had some help and some luck in getting a new car and help from my family, so I mean, you know, I have nothing to complain about. I feel bad for the people who didn't have the help to get a new car, and my car was a 2011. We'd put a fair amount of money in it down the stretch. It probably maybe had 2 good years left, and then I don't know, after that it would start having things pop up that we've already invested this much, it's this old, might be time. I think that's what my dad was thinking anyways, so yeah, and I you know, I'm like that. If I'm one of the I love you woman, hello woman, I meet you, I have your phone number, I talk to you, we hang out, I fall in love for you, but something ain't right, and the situation isn't good for me, I don't care if you make me feel that emotion. I will leave, and I've done that. I've been in proven that one too, and I've had to play that card. So yeah, if I can do that with a living, breathing thing, like a car is just like, listen, car is like woman, car is like female. You pump your gas into it for a couple year, 2-3 year. Pump the gas, breaks down, get a new one. You pump it full of gas. I mean that like complimentary, and I'm not a douche. I know I say a lot of sexual things, but I really did not mean pump gas like that. I meant like gas as in like singer or karaoke randomly or something. And little flower petals. Elaborate Valentine's Day shit. Like write the "Will you be my Valentine" on the car. It's a whole like fucking bitch. Fuck you, Cheyenne, if you're watching this. Oh, golly. But no, I think, you know, I felt a lot of, like, the hopelessness was like your neighbors are getting hit, like this is all happening to us. Like, who did this to us? Like, you did this to these people. You know, the people who make the hallways smell good with tasty cooking and fresh, clean, steamy laundry. and everyone screaming in pandemonium is literal hell. Hell on earth. I was like, another thing too with me being a theologist, kind of like a freebase crackhead theologist. It was very interesting, like, holy fuck, hell's on earth. Like, hell is on earth. It happens to people here. And heaven can be on earth, too. Oh. Look who decided to come. Yeah, I have another creature in the home. This is a female kitty. It's a nice kitty. I got it last year as a Valentine's Day present. Oh, I'm kidding you guys. No, it's almost, again, when something like that happens, like a fire, it really makes you like, man, I was mad about who, it'll nut, get my hot tub to 22 degrees. I was mad about some dumb bitch at the club, Edelnut. Edelnut. We need to come talk to me, white boy. It's me, Randy Moss. Edelnut. Roll me a joint, Edelnut. I need to talk about this shit. What do you do when your dishwasher breaks? Marry another one. Oh shit. Damn, Polly. We're gonna say that again. Polly just said, I wish I could make things appear on screen like I used to with the StreamYard. I'm sorry I can't do that anymore, you guys. And I guess I could put the chat on screen, I just don't. I should do that, because then, yeah, you'd be in the recording, and then when I put this on the other stuff. Damn, so Polly said, what do you do when your dishwasher breaks? What do you do when your dishwasher breaks? You marry another one. You calling like Lowe's or something? Or, yeah, Lowe's has appliances. Hello, is this the Lowe's? Yeah, I beat the shit out my dishwasher. It said in the catalog you got dishwasher. How tall she stand? You said the dishwasher stand 310? What the hell kind of midget? You got a midget dishwasher? I said I need a new dishwasher because I beat this shit out of mine and she's all busted up running out the house. I don't know how I'm going to clean these dishes. Well, now you got to send me that. You said she's only 3'10" is your tallest dishwasher. We got one at 4.5. You said how big is this midget? You tell me 4.5 is about that. That ain't no dishwasher. That sounds like some kind of household appliance, like a washing machine. Now I'm gonna come down there and pick up the hoe. I don't care if she's a midget. You said she weighs 400 pounds. As long as she can wash some fucking dishes. Should that be a new character? I have some characters. I have the impersonations. Ratchet Jerry Seinfeld. Oh, jeez. I can do Rick and Morty. But, like, my own character. The Bubba Hash Man's pretty fucking funny, dude. The Bubba Hash. Bubba Hash. I'm smoking that Bubba Hash. The premise is basically... And Chinchi, if you're here, our dude got out of prison. Chinchi, he was in prison 7 years. And Chinchi smoked him up. He gave him a dab, and I don't think he like it. Since he'd been out, we never really got dabs. And back in the day, we just smoked bud. And now, since he's been out, shit's legal. We all got fucking nuclear fuck. I took a nuke during the intermission. Just got a nuke dab. I got a nuker, dude. You get this thing all red and fucking hot, and it's a big kind of tube, and it's just a little kind of thing. It's a grenade, dude. It looks. I have this like silicone whatever shit. It's a grenade. And I have these little filters in here so that it doesn't crack up and pop in my lips. It literally is some crackhead dab setup. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, anyways, going back to the fire, to wrap it up. Yeah, I mean, if I'm more frustrated that my temp job is flaked out and I haven't worked in 2 weeks. So I gotta be on the hustle and try to make something of myself in this world. But the fact that I pretty much immediately got my car replaced and upgraded in this little space coupe 2018 Chevy Malibu, so I'm riding clean. I'm riding clean now. Oh, the kitty's petting me. Are you my sweet little kitty? Mwah. Look at him, kitty. You want to say hi? Say hi, kitty. She likes to dance. Oh, you having fun, aren't you? Me and Kitty dancing on the show. Now, let's see. I have a more somber, not somber, but a how-to tutorial. How to deal with the deaths of a close friend. I think I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for another time. But I've had two, so it's kind of like I kind of know the ropes and how to... Well, yeah, the first step is not being a bitch. Option one. Number one, would your friend want you to be a bitch? No. So that's number one. Can't be a bitch about anything about it. Which means you can't complain about, other than feel bad that they're not experiencing life anymore. But you can also rejoice that their suffering has ended. Again, you don't want to be a bitch. You carry on their legacy by remembering positive things and then trying to, like, if that person was there witnessing something funny with you, how it would magnify and make it even funnier because you had someone there to enjoy it with. So you just have to, like, conceptually, instead of mourning and being like, I'm so sad that they're gone, and the what ifs and what if I could have done them and saved their life or something like that. Yeah, it's not going to get you really anywhere good to be real beat up over it, because you're not dead. If you're not dead, then it's not, or dying, or severely debilitated. I mean, you end up homeless, shit. Panhandle out of it, I don't know. Get a job at the Starbucks, live off coffee. Just work there to get paid in coffee and shelter. Let them use the bathroom to take a shower every day. It's all the American dream is still alive. No. So yeah, I don't know. Destruction breeds creation. I mean, it's pretty fucked up when someone dies. It's not really awesome, especially when they're young and a close friend of yours. I did pretty good though. I got really stoned at the last one. I took an edible, and I was in the back. Like, they started doing this, like, they did like a prayer, and then they did a fucking like song, dude. And I just remember a time that we'd be in like a church. We didn't go to church. I never went. I'm talking about my cousin. We would go to church, and we never really went to church with each other. But because I would go to church with the other side of my family, blah 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 blah. But when we would, it would be like really funny. Like something funny, I don't know, and just make fun of it. I feel like, and it was funny. So like they started doing like, they did like a 3-minute, 4-minute, like, they just played a fucking song. I'm like, what are you doing to us? You fucking asshole! You're sitting in this funeral home, and bro, I was fried. Like, feeling like I needed to walk around or get a fresh breath of air. I was like very fried. And it was just kicking in hard, and I was like, just thinking of him there, being there, witnessing his own funeral, and just kind of laughing at it, and sitting in the back just laughing at everything and making fun of it, because it's just like, why did you do this? They played this sad, like, Jesus song, and oh, the freaking pastor was all jacked up. I probably could have done a better job than he was all fucked up, dude. Even the he wasn't even in our family. He was all fucked up, dude. It was bad, man. Like, but again, it's just like, for a lot of people there, that was your first, and this was my family, so it's actually like a family funeral. But my cousin was also like one of my closest friends growing up. And then, I moved, so you get out of touch. But then, like, we were getting back in touch and stuff, so. But anyways, yeah, it's just kind of, I've been in I've been there before, Like 4 years before that, my closest friend at the time died in an incident at the bar. Bad drugs, like, watched that one. I watched him die. But again, you see how I'm framing this, you guys? It's like, it's your friends, so you can kind of like, everyone talks about if you're close friends with, usually you have that conversation like, oh, if you died, I'd be like blah blah blah, and they're like, don't be a bitch about it. Carry on my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like some badass shit. And both of those people were also like two of the like hardest lifters. Like they would go to the gym and want to go hard and fuck shit up. So yeah, then the lifting aspect you just can't be a bitch. Like, so yeah, it's but like I've seen people like from my high school on Facebook acting like bent up about somebody who they weren't really even friends with or really knew, like, and they'll have like multiple posts over multiple months of being all like, it's so sad that people die and lose their life. And it's like, I know I didn't know you, but rest up in heaven. And I'm just like, oh, they're getting blasted back into this fucking place, dude. They passed away. They're getting carried by the machine elves and fucking propped back in right in where you need to be, baby. That's destiny. Puts you where you need to be. Unless there's probably a nirvana type of place though, or like a heaven. There's probably a heaven. Probably not though. Maybe. I mean, yeah. I like to. I don't know if we have access to heaven. I don't know if what we are has access to it. We might be caught in a fucking like a spiritual repeater type thing. Kind of like energy. It uses it up, but then the cycle of life makes more shit, makes more energy. We're just in the cycle. So yeah, I think if there would be a heaven or like a earned land, I think it would take earned realm, like a heaven realm. I think it would take multiple lifetimes to get there. I think you gotta be a good boy for like 3 lifetimes in a row, and then you gotta get 3 in a row, but it's really fucking hard. The last one, you'll get all the temptations to be a billionaire. Most people, everyone fails pretty much. That's why no one gets to heaven. Your third, if you have 2 very noble lives, and the third one, they're really gonna test you, and if you pass the test, you get into the kingdom of heaven. And again, what I just did there is basically the premise of religion. I'm just doing the same thing they do, right? They make their rules. You say you do this, you go to this. I'm just saying my own. Where's heaven like a land here? What if there's a heaven? What if one of the countries is secretly heaven? I bet it's in South America. One of them fucking countries is secretly fucking dope. But they zap you when you leave, like Agent Smith. You're either born there and get to enjoy the utopia, and they let people tour, but they kind of zap you, and you don't remember the important parts. Or like it's spiritual. It's a spiritual, and you can't remember. You can only feel the energy. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, again, how does I guess your religious views, if you do the whole like, oh, I almost feel like that is like downtrodden. If you do the whole, oh, they passed away and but they, and now they're watching us above from the kingdom of heaven. It's like, well, what? I mean, those nights that maybe me. Now, maybe I have a degenerate side. So maybe once in a while you may get a bag of toot and then you stay up all night watching porn. Maybe that happens sometimes. Maybe that could happen to some people. I heard sometimes people do that sometimes. So, like, I don't want cousin Bob watching me crank off for 8 hours. So I'd like to think that they get spawned back in to their new life, and they could potentially mingle with you. Like, could be my kitty could be. No, it doesn't make sense. No, that wouldn't make sense. The cat. There's what I'm saying. It could be like souls are tethered and bound. They say. Well, how does anyone know that though, Polly? It all falls apart. I'm a monk in the hills. They don't believe anything. What do they believe? What do monks even believe? I don't think they believe shit. I think that's how it works. No, they're not nihilists. They always have a religion. I am kind of I'm not nihilist. I'm kind of nihilist though. I don't have like a set. I don't know. Whatever. If I die and they're like you were defying God's word and you said heaven wasn't real, so you go to hell. I'm just gonna be like, well, that's fucking bullshit. You're an asshole, and I'll go fucking burn to hell then. That's how I feel about all this shit. Fine then. But yeah. I believe in like God. There's like multiple reasoning. There's multiple explanations in my mind for the concept of God. First off, you have light energy, the light energy that counters the dark energy, blah blah blah. See it relevant in nature. Death breeds creation, all that shit. The sun, the moon, the parody. There's the light and the dark. So like the light is God, the dark is the devil. But like, and if I'm using Christianity terms, I'd be like, God, I really would really rather that use the term God to explain the holistic picture of it. And God is the combination of light and dark. So God is actually the opposing the act of the forces opposing each other and creating this realm is the God that governs. The balance is what governs. So you could say like Jesus versus the devil, and then there's God. I don't know. The problem with again some of these is that there's too many like characters, and they're too characterized, and that's paganism and sketch. I think the true spiritual knowledge and awareness is that you're not designed to really understand it, and it's going to give you some tastes and some licks. And, you know, if you want to do DMT and see the spirit elves, I don't really need to do DMT to see it. I'll do it if I get the chance, but, like, I feel the presence of the spirits and all that around us anyways. So, like, I know it's what's there. And that there's good and bad there for you to latch on to at any given moment. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. That's yeah, we agree on that, Polly. We're literally not designed to know exactly what's up. Um which is kind of what makes it special, I guess. Well, then I start to think of other possibilities. I don't like simulation theory, but I guess whatever created us, if we are a simulation, we're trickled down a little bit, and we're a simulation, and things like it matches us biologically, but somehow they figured out a way to make a biological. I don't know. Maybe everything's possible all at once. But then there's a lot of science fiction that gets merged with religion. And that can get a little testy. That's where the people like try to attempt. But yeah, I feel most like you're set up to get a taste of heaven and hell. That's all I know. You're set up to, while you're on this earth at some point, experience the feelings of what it would be like to be in heaven, and you experience what it would be like to be in hell. And maybe that's exactly what heaven and hell are. But as far as like You know, how does memory translate? I don't know if memories really. I think in dreams you could potentially access stuff from future past lives in different quantum verses. But again, there's still fundamental laws to all that. Like there's all spiritual laws to each rendition of everything. And I do also kind of. The problem with quantum realities in multiple universes, I know I talk about them a lot, but I think the big issue is that it takes away from the uniqueness. Now, I guess just because there's multiple editions of your character doesn't take away from the uniqueness of our own character, but yeah, to say a bunch of possibilities all simultaneously happening at once. I guess it takes away from the story, like the main storyline, and it takes away from the importance of our own individual quests. But also maybe our own individual quests maybe aren't that important unless they do something for other people, you know, in some capacity. But yeah, I don't know. When dealing with the death of a loved one, yeah, so yeah, I've had success dealing with these things by detaching them from religion. And instead of detaching from religion, just trying to keep the ball in the field. And saying like, well, the concept of their spirit can be alive within me. Like I will take the traits and the strong parts of this person and embody them. Instead of like, he was this, he was that, he'll be missed. Mama, I'm so sad. Why does this have to bad stuff happen? Meh, meh, meh. It's like, well, it doesn't do any justice to the situation in terms of the energy in the air. The energy in the air is very responsive. Alright, but anyways, that's all I have for this show today. But yeah, that was good to... I know I talk about this a lot, but I wanted to bring it up in the context. I wanted to bring up looseness in terminology because death is always kind of framed in a religious way typically, which is good. It's not a bad thing. And I guess, you know, what kind of, if sitting around praying, you know what I'm saying, you know, if it's like, you know, what do you pray? It's like pretty fucked. Like when somebody dies, it's like, oh fuck, what do you don't really, I was praying for them to not die, and then it happened, then it's like, well, uh-oh. But I guess, you know, you have, again, it can be healthy for people to take faith in the higher power, but also the power that is within us and what's here and what you can kind of do. And you can get a lot of energy from the concept of death and people moving on and loss. And it becomes power. Now, you don't want to wish for these things. That's fucked up. And you don't even want to prepare, because that's not healthy manifesting. You shield. You just have a shield. You just have a shield just in case. Probably not going to need it, but break the glass in case of emergency. But anyways, yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.